Price Street. What time is it?
I don't know.
So not even 9 o'clock yet.
So everybody, I bet you've been wondering what's happening because I haven't been posting any videos lately. Or you haven't been wondering at all because, I only have like 23 subscribers, but that's okay. I just post videos. I'm not trying to make any money at this. But anyway, we've had a whole lot of stuff going on in our family. It's not funny. We're at a mortuary right now because we've had, I'm going to say, a sudden departure of a close family member, and we've been really busy taking care of that. And let me tell you, it is stressful. It is stressful.
Especially 200 miles from home.
Yeah, especially when it's 280 miles from your house. So I know some of you people have had this type of thing happen to you, and it's been a long distance. I mean, like a friend of mine, been helping him with his father's passing, and that was a 2-day drive. So instead of like a 4-hour drive, and he just recently, it's been over a year, and he's just recently getting everything dialed in with his father's state. We don't have that big of a problem, but there's still hills you got to climb. Anyway, we're going to meet with financial people and hopefully get everything done we need to get done today. Or not. We shall see. But it's been super stressful. Pretty much super stressful. But anyway, more later. And talk to you soon. Okay. You can? I just got back from a very successful meeting with the financial people. Hopefully that all pans out. And then we're going to meet with a probate attorney. This is all very important. No way of avoiding it. So to all my viewers, make sure you get your affairs in order. But anyhow, we had a good lunch, and once we meet with the attorney, which is in about an hour and a half, then we're going to do a little shopping at Walmart for things we forgot, and then other things. I'll let you know. We just left the attorney's office. That was way more painless than I anticipated it to be. So, now it's like, how do you say? Now we played the waiting game. Because he was telling us that a year or so ago, things took like 6 months. But now, it could take a year. But hopefully it will not take a year. It just depends. It just depends because our case is kind of simple. But anyway, I think we're done for the day. So part 2 will all be rolled together because it's not very long. So ciao for now. Well, we've had breakfast and walked around on the Pomo swap meet, and we're headed home. And it's been a long weekend for us. Yep. Next stop, some kind of drive-through. We can get some kind of... I can't. My wife's got her...
I have some piña agua fresca.
Pineapple water. I'm going to get something different. So, they call it a swap meet, but it really isn't a swap meet. You know what it is? It's a modern flea market. Everything at the place is damn near new. Damn near everything was new from China. I mean, there were like, I would say less out of the hundreds of stalls, 6 that had used stuff.
And probably a third of the stalls were food. Either they were selling pre-made tacos, burritos, etc., or they were selling fruits and vegetables.
Yeah. So, I don't know how this place supports that. Because this place isn't packed. So, but anyway.
Well, it wasn't when we arrived.
It wasn't a bad swap meet. It was $3 to get in for the two of us. You know, it's $3 a carload. It's not a bad deal. Yeah, I'm sure some weekends are better than others. It's because, you know, it's a swap meet.
And, you know, swap meets by us open at 6. This one, we were walking around after 8 o'clock and they were still arriving and setting up.
Yeah,
It was weird.
So, anyway, later days. Ciao for now. Hey, patrol members. Bet you everybody and their cousin's been wondering what the hell's been going on. What's happened to me? How come I haven't been putting videos out? Well, I'll tell you. The missus and I have been busier than centipede in a shoe tying contest. And I'll tell you the truth, because I have other video I'm going to throw into this one. We had a couple relatives pass real close to each other. First there was one, and just as we were getting over that one, bang, second one. And that was closer to home. And that was my wife's brother, but we got that, there's a lot of stuff my wife has to handle, take care of it, his properties and estate, and I have to help her do that. And we were going to move out of our house, but now that doesn't look like that's going to happen. But that's okay. We like this house. He just needed some work. We decided to do that work on this house. So we got to clean all this up. I know you've probably seen worse. But first thing I'm going to do, get rid of this black car, get that running, replace it with this. I'm going to take this car, put it there, because that runs fine, just been sitting a long time. This one has developed a bad lifter. So I'm going to pull the top end apart, replace all the lifters. I've already had the bottom end off of it fixed. Might as well do the lifters. Then on my transfer case, it's got a tooth chipped. So I'm going to have this one rebuilt. And exactly the same tooth on this one is broken on that one. So is that an endemic situation? Must be. But anyway, I'm going to have this one rebuilt and put that in here. Then I have this weird problem with the rear end where the axle on the passenger side is the wrong length. And it's got a completely different kind of bearing in it. It's got a double roller bearing instead of a cone bearing. So when you look at the pictures of this axle apart, it shows a cone bearing like you have in the front axle. Has to be packed with grease. That's on the right one. I had to put a new one in there. When I pull the left one out, it's a double roller bearing about 4 inches long that goes inside the axle housing, and ain't nobody ever seen anything like that before. So the only thing I can think of is that someone had a problem with this Jeep, couldn't get the original parts, but they must have had a lathe and the bearing, and they threw it all together and put it back in. And now that bearing's starting to make noise. But I'm not complaining since it got a couple of billion miles on it. Then I'm going to clean out the inside of the garage. so I can make a workshop out of it. And I got to do something with this. I rode it here. The guy I got it from bought a new bike. And I got this for free. Don't know if I'm going to sell it, scrap it, or ride it. Might ride it. Hang on, hang on. I'm going to act like an old grandmother here. What's that you got on your face there, Sonny? We got a little dirt. That's better. Anyway, that's the situation. So, at some point this week, you're going to see me get this thing all kitted out, started up, driving on the road again. You're going to see this one here move there, and this is going away. Now that Mitsubishi Galant's been a damn fine car. I paid like $400 for it 6 years ago, and it got me to back every day to work, 20 miles each way for damn near 5 years. And the air conditioning works, and it passes smog, and it's got like 350,000 miles on that original engine. But anyway, thanks for joining me. You'll see when we start working on the house, you'll see what's going on. So ciao for now.
DuMont, the world's largest organization devoted exclusively to television and electronics, television receivers, television network, television picture tubes, telecasting equipment, electronic equipment, research. DuMont, first with the finest in television.